What's going on, guys? Man Cave here, and we have another box in front of us. I know you really can't see me much without ducking down, but I may or may have not told everybody about it, but I finally got me a RC four-wheel drive Gelande 2. This just came in literally about 25 minutes ago from RTP. FedEx dropped it off. So we're just basically gonna unbox this thing so I can start building it, which there's probably already a million build threads on it, so I might not do a build thread. Now, not knocking anything. Well, it doesn't show the price on the bill of lading, but this kit right here, we know goes for $399.99. It's basically the same price as a Trail Finder 2. And I know if you order from RC four-wheel drive, they charge you shipping on top of that. Well, RPP, you know, has free shipping on orders over X amount of dollars. So I got it with that, free shipping, and then I used one of their monthly coupons and saved an additional $25 off. Had a little bit of money left in PayPal, so in actuality, all I really paid for this was, oh, it's $379. So that's a pretty good deal. Seeing how it's got, shows all your upgrades here. CVDs, roof rack, everything that you could possibly want for, which I don't know why, because it looks pretty beastly out of the box. But we're gonna open up this monster, which of course is sideways, so might as well do it this way then. And just put the pieces back in. So we know standard hammer transfer case, always a good part. We have our R3 single speed transmission, which is nice. I like that over the 2-speed. The biggest thing I must say is the upgrades that they did to the cast Yoda axles versus the TF2 ones. Now I can feel on this one there's no play like there was in the old ones. You know, you had to shim your old axles. And what's nice is stock, your bumpers are either a very hard plastic, but this to me, that's aluminum for your bumpers, which is very cool to have versus plastic being stock. Yeah, these are definitely aluminum. And of course I had to open the box upside down. We're going to take all our pieces, parts that fell out of the top, put them in the bottom. So there's styrofoam box number 1. Now the rest of the kit is actually pretty simple. You've got your frame rails, shock hoops, basically just chassis parts. One of mine must have went flying because it's sitting down here in the bottom of the box. We'll get to that later. But you have your plastic parts bag G, which hopefully they did not use the plastic drive shafts again, because that was a killer last time. And yes, they did. They're the nylon punishers. Then we've got our big parts bag F. And then our little hardware bag E. And then what's really killer is, unlike the Trail Finder, these wheels come already pre-mounted. They're 1.9 black steelies, pin style, with 1.9 dirt grabbers on them. And they're already pre-mounted. Another big plus. But the biggest plus is going to be the D90 body itself. which of course is wrapped in styrofoam too. Or not styrofoam, but plastic. And for the D90, we've got a complete set of stickers and of course the body assembly sheet for it. And the biggest plus is, unlike the Trail Finder, if you remember, it was yellow, white body. So much better looking than a black one or a yellow one. Now it does have the full floor pan inside of it, so that's another cool killer feature of it. That pretty much breaks it down in a nutshell. As always, just like with the Trail Finder 2, your body set comes in a completely different box than all your main chassis parts and plastic parts, which I'm going to see how long the stock nylon shafts last. Which probably won't be that long. As you guys know me, I drop it like I stole it. So we're just going to drop our metal pieces back down in there. And as with all RC four-wheel drive kits, they come together with like super ease. So I'm expecting the build time on this, since I'm not going to do a build video, probably a couple hours to build it. So let me just run over some basic features for those of you who are not familiar with it. It's custom designed, number 1, for true to scale looks. Number 2, it's a realistic aluminum ladder frame chassis. Number 3, like I said earlier, it's an R3 single-speed transmission, which is a big step up from the R2 in the Trail Finder 2, because there was always issues with it banging in the second gear when you didn't want it to. 4th is your center-mounted realistic 4x4 transfer case, which, like I said before, is a hammer transfer case, which is one of the strongest ones out there. 5 is the cast metal axles with lock differentials. That was standard on the Trail Finder 2, but we all knew that if you didn't put CVDs up front, boom, they were going to break. 6, you've got a 3-link front and a 4-link rear suspension. Big switch up from the Trail Finder, seeing how it was leaf sprung versus coil. Number 7 would be what I showed you, the black 1/9 stamp steel steelies with lug nuts. And then the dirt grabber tires. 9 gives you the chassis mounted steering servo. 10, which always goes in the back for some reason, I don't know why, is your plastic fuel cell receiver box. And then on all 4 corners you have dual rate oil-filled shock absorbers. And basically, just to give you a rundown, I'm just going to read straight off of the box. So for those of you who haven't already looked at it and haven't drooled over it for months like I have, experience the versatility and advanced design of the Gelande 2 for yourself. Packed full of capability, the Gelande 2 is ready for any challenging condition. Put your off-road driving to the test and see why the G2 is unmatched in its class. G2 is built with quality materials and craftsmanship. It can maneuver extreme descents and climbs with ease. The new R3 single-speed transmission provides power down to the transfer case and out to the all-new Yoda 2 axles. The core of the G2 is built for the true off-road enthusiast, from customized options to tried and true performance. From emergency and expedition vehicles to daily drivers and down and dirty off-road rigs, it can pull off many looks with the endless add-ons offered. You'll be able to customize your G2 and have it fit any identity. The G2 comes with 4-link rear and 3-link front with pan hard bars standard. The servo is mounted on the chassis out of view for more scale appearance. Are you ready for your off-road experience? Now we're going to go to the other side and tell you some of the upgrades that they have for it. And I'm going to give you some specifications too. The hammer transfer case is a 1/47-1 gears. It's got a wide 32 pitch hardened steel gears with 8 bearings and a cast casing. The all new single speed R3, the ratios for pinion and spur is 14:64, which equals to a 4.57-1 internal with a 1.78-1 gears. It's a wide 32 pitch Delrin spurs slipper clutch. The all-new cast 2 Yoda axles are a 15-40 ratio, which gives you a 2.67 to 1, and the width at hex is 180.5 millimeters. Suspension is a double triangulated 4-link rear, 3-link front suspension with panhard. The shock absorbers are dual 80 millimeters that can be oil filled. The wheels we don't have to worry about. The bumpers are machine billet aluminum lightweight, and the overall dimensions are: the wheelbase is 10.8, the width is 8.7, the height is 10 inches, there's 2.2 inches of ground clearance, and the final drive ratio is 31.9 to 1. Now, finally, before I end this video, are some of the upgrades. There are a wealth of upgrade parts available for your Gelande 2. Custom designed for scale, and performance, they offer a great way to increase the capability of your G2 and also add style and a personalized touch. Some of the many upgrades include scale bumpers and grille guards, roof racks, winches, wheels and tires, shocks, as well as a variety of our officially licensed products. You're sure to find a wealth of details and performance parts to add to your G2. See all the awesome upgrades available for your G2 by visiting RC4WD Drive's website, or just ask your dealer today. And the few options that they give you for upgrades is the ARB Defender 90 winch bar front bumper, which I know that's like a $90-something bumper. The Defender Adventure 90 roof rack, that is I think $160. I'm not sure, it might have gone down. The G2 Punisher shafts, which to me it should have came with steel shafts instead of plastics. And then now there's the Yoda 2 XVDs. Don't confuse them with the original Yoda axles, because these are the V2 axles. And they give you another one for a Survivor rear bumper, which looks like it has a pintle hitch. It's actually got a ball hitch on it. And then of course you have the option for King off-road scale dual spring shocks, which we all know. Unfortunately to me, King shocks are not worth it, because just like the dual rates, you've got to beat the shit out of them just to get them to run right. But basically that in a nutshell right there is my Gelande 2, and like I said, I'm not going to do a build test. I'm just going to tease you guys when it's all done and have a finished product. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe if you like what you see, and get ready to see this thing out on the trails pretty soon. Later guys.